Hi there, Marianne. How are you?
Hey, nice seeing you,
Nice
Shelley.
to see you too. Thanks for coming out today.
Yes.
Gosh, it's like a summer day out here.
I know, I can feel the sun warmth
Oh my
and
goodness, I
that.
tell you, it's,
No wind.
it's hard to believe. It's what is it, November 2nd today?
Second today, yeah.
Oh gosh, I have a girlfriend who has a birthday. I'm glad we said that. I have a girlfriend who has a birthday today, so I need to remember to call her. Okay, before we get started, can I get a good email address for you? I'll just send you a summary of the lesson.
So it'll be MORZECH at ATT.net.
All right, yeah, I like to send a summary of the lessons to my students just so you know, if you have any questions, you can refer back. If you're like me, there'll be, maybe 3 things that you learned and you'll remember 2, and it's that third thing that sometimes was the thing that made the biggest difference. So, well, tell me a little bit about your golf game, how long you've been playing, what do you do?
Okay, good. Well, I've been playing for probably now about 2.5 years.
Okay.
And it's only, I think, this past year that really gotten much more in terms of practicing regularly and then actually playing.
Oh, okay.
And
how often do you get to play?
I try to do it from 1 to 2 twice a week.
Okay, I was going to say, I see you out here. It seems like it's a couple times a week. So, well, good. I'm glad we got to finally get together and do this. What are you shooting? You're playing with the 9-holers, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. And depending on which hole, the par hole, I can go from 8 to maybe 14.
Oh, okay. Per hole?
Per hole.
Okay. So we're shooting, what, 80s, 90s on 9 holes?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And I think when I put the scores in, usually maybe about 85 or so.
Okay. About 85. Okay. All right. What do you do for a living?
I do leadership development, and then also now doing setting up a program to do, I'll call it health and wellness for golfers.
Oh,
and
nice.
so again, providing some exercise or training and really for flexibility.
Okay.
And then also putting nutrition in there and mindset. So again, looking at the whole golfer. So
that's great.
And to minimize any type of injuries too.
Okay. Is that going well? Is it getting some good?
Yeah, we started our program about 2 weeks ago, and I think we're seeing some good results.
Nice, good. So, do you work out yourself?
Yes, I do.
Do you have a trainer?
Yes, I have a trainer, and we do it at least twice a week.
Okay, good. Do you have any aches or pains? Anything beyond normal stuff? Nothing. Okay. Do you warm up? Do you stretch before you?
Yes, or I kind of do some stretching at home, but haven't done it really kind of once I get here. So I should be probably doing a little more of that.
Yeah, I mean, if it's more than a half hour, 45 minutes or so, I would say, yeah, you probably need to do a little bit right before you start swinging, just to kind of get the body loosened up, get the joints, get the fluids moving and everything. So I'll show you a couple that I do, and hopefully this will feel okay for you. If at any point anything hurts, just let me know, okay? And you said no injuries, no surgeries, anything like that. Okay. So if you kind of push back and just kind of pull the shoulder blades in just a little bit, kind of opens up the chest, maybe just a little side bend to the right, side bend to the left. Good. All right. And this one's real simple. Just bend over. Sometimes just touching our toes feels really good. So important part of the body for the golf swing, hip flexors, right? Being able to internally and externally rotate our hips. Yep. Is it good? Is your balance okay?
Yeah, now it is. Yeah.
All right. So you always want to make sure you have a club in hand when you do this. You just want to kind of sit back. Until you feel a little bit of a stretch in the back part of your hip. Pretty good there. You might notice that you're a little tighter on one side than the other. Just a few kind of dynamic stretches just to kind of, again, getting those hips a little more open. This way. Yeah. So what would you like to work on today?
Let's see. I think probably, maybe getting more distance with my swing, because that maybe will help me not to have as many strokes per hole. And that way, because I would like to go and eventually do 18 holes, and not just 9 holes. But I need to go and get less strokes, so that.
Okay. So right now, I know you said you've been shooting, in the 80s. 80
Right.
to 90. Okay. So what? And you're just playing 9 holes. So is it physically you don't feel like you're able to play 18 holes yet?
Yes.
Think you might wear out before you get there?
Right. Because because if I would be doing 18 holes, and if I'm doing, let's say, 10 or more strokes per hole, then that's going to be using
lot of
my
swing.
muscles, and then I probably have again some soreness and so forth. So
Sure.
so
Okay. So if we were gonna maybe set a goal, so we want to play 18 holes. What do you want? What do you think you would need, or what would you feel comfortable shooting on 18 holes? Or how many shots per? Maybe if we break it down like this, maybe how many shots per hole would you like to cut off of your score?
maybe 2 shots per hole.
2 shots per hole. Okay. So if we're averaging, you said anywhere from 8 to 14, so somewhere like 10 to 12. Okay,
Yeah,
that seems reasonable. Okay, so I know you had mentioned when we talked on the phone that you wanted to work on your full swing and you wanted to hit some drivers today because you felt like maybe getting a little bit more distance would help.
Right.
Is that still is that still good
And,
for today?
and direction, so that
Okay.
when I'm doing it too, making sure I can kind of get it down the fairway and not kind of into the grass.
Okay, so you're missing some shots.
Mhm.
Yeah, and out here, obviously, we've got pretty thick rough and a lot of trees, right? So if you're missing fairways on our golf course, it's going to cost you a stroke or two, right? Just to get it back into play,
Right.
So, okay, so hitting fairways. Do you know a couple things? Do you know how far you're hitting your driver right now? How many yards?
Okay. I think when I here, I've been to kind of where the white flag is, so I think that might be 100. I think, is it 100 or something?
Yeah,
100
I
and
have the signs. Oh,
105,
105
yeah.
to the white disc. So the white disc is okay. So that about how far you're hitting your driver?
Mhm.
Okay. So 105. I mean, just looking out there, how far would you like to hit it? I mean, we've got to be. Obviously, we would probably like to hit it 200 or 300 yards,
Yeah.
but
So maybe
what would be a
maybe
realistic
the red
goal?
flag. So the red, let's see. Oh, that's 154. Maybe the blue we could try.
Maybe the blue one.
Blue.
Okay. So
Because
that
the blue they
one-
said is 132.
132. So that would be an additional, what is that, 100, about 27 yards.
Mhm.
That would be a pretty good,
Yeah.
that would be a pretty big increase if we could do that. I would think, 27 yards in terms of golf clubs, if you're hitting, say a 5-iron into a green, and we're, getting anywhere from 7 to 10 yards difference between clubs, that would drop you down probably to like a 9-iron, right? So that could be a 2 to 3 club difference. So your approach shots would definitely be a little bit shorter. So yeah, I think adding 27 yards, I think that would be, that would help you out a lot.
I think so too.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right, so we'll kind of put that down. I'm hopeful that we can do that today. Obviously it's going to come with some practice on your part too. Do you know what your learning style is? Are you a visual learner or more of a kinesthetic learner? Or do you know how
Probably
you
both.
learn?
Yeah, because I like to go. I think see somebody do it, then I like to go and then try it myself because that's kind of the way.
Okay, so if I was to model something for
Right.
you, that would be helpful, but you also need to feel it. Okay,
Right.
that's a lot how I am too. Okay, that's helpful. All right, and then in terms of golf clubs, what do you have? What do you have in your bag here? Have these been fit? Were you fit for these clubs or?
Oh, not. I think I took. It's just women's clubs, and I think it's for maybe the shorter lady.
Okay, so you just bought them as a set off of the rack. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the only thing I got fitted was the putter.
Okay.
And a sand wedge.
Oh, okay. So it looks like the putter maybe was a little bit shorter, and then I see you put that's a great grip. I have that grip on my putter. So, okay, and then the sand wedge.
Right.
Okay, yeah, that does seem a little bit shorter. Okay, are you happy with these clubs?
Yeah, for now. And I
Yeah.
think again, once I'm really learn how to play, then
Okay.
probably it's going to be then the time to maybe get other clubs and then have it really fitted to me.
Right. Yeah, that's what I was going to suggest at some point. Maybe getting into a graphite shaft too. I mean, this is a lightweight steel, but a graphite shaft would be even a little bit lighter.
Okay.
And that might help you create a little bit more club head speed. So, what we're after, and what in order for you to hit the ball further, we've got to increase your club head speed, right? So we got to swing the club a little bit faster, probably, in order to add distance. So there's some things we can do, and I'll get a better feel after I watch you hit some shots here.
Okay.
But distance, there's definitely a correlation between distance and club head speed, right? So, well, good. Do you feel warmed up? There was
I
one
think
more
so.
stretch that I wanted to show you
Okay.
actually. this is a good one for just getting the golf muscles really ready to swing, okay? And it's very much like the golf swing. So what we're going to do is put the club over your shoulders. You're going to get into your posture, okay? And then we're going to rotate into our backswing. Okay, so I'm doing it in reverse, so right here. So we're going to go back, and then we're going to go through. Perfect. So I know, Marianne, you've done, you know, some clinics in here, out here at the club, but have you done anything else? I mean, I know you said you were pretty, you know, you've been playing for a couple of years, but not much in terms of formal instruction, one-on-one. Is it basically just been clinics that you've been?
Actually, some one-on-one and some clinics.
Okay, okay. And have you been working on anything? Are you working on anything right now in your swing, or are you just have you kind of taken some time off, or are you?
Probably maybe more kind of swing, but this year, since I started playing with getting at 9 holes, that way I'm now practicing, because before I wasn't practicing on the golf course.
Okay.
And then that way I'm sort of seeing, what's maybe working and what's not, and then where I need to go.
Sure.
And maybe get instruction.
Okay. Okay. So you've been spending some time practicing. I know I've seen you more, a little bit more frequently here lately. So, okay. Well, let's do this. I want you to grab. I'm going to have you hit your driver, since that's where we said we were going to spend the majority of our time today. Now, for these first few shots, I just want you to hit. I want you to pretend that I'm not here. Okay. And I just want you to hit some shots.
Okay.
Just hit 4 or 5 drives for me. And I just want to kind of get a feel for what you do naturally, and then we'll talk about our plan. Okay, just confirming, we're aiming for towards the blue flag, correct? Okay, got it.
See, that's where the direction comes in.
Right, right. So that was about the distance that you stated before that you've been hitting that club, right? But a little bit, a little bit to the right of your target. Have you ever swung a weighted club?
No, I haven't.
Okay, this is called a momentous, okay? And I would like you to swing it a couple times. Now it's heavy, okay? So you'll notice that, the weight of it, for one. This can sometimes help build some club head speed. It also can help you to finish better, okay? So just in watching you hit a couple of shots, it just looks like you don't quite finish your golf swing, okay? You kind of stop, you kind of slow down, and we don't have as much acceleration through the shot as I think we could conceivably get. There you go. A little heavier than yours?
Yeah, I can feel it in terms of at the club head.
Right.
Yeah, I can kind of feel that you can
It kind of pulls you through.
through.
Right. So when you finish your golf swing, right? Good finish. Something like that. Both hip flexors. Rotated towards the target. The arms in this position and the club head actually. Good. Feels like that. Okay. Good. How's your balance? Okay. Okay. Good. Yeah. So let's swing that one more time, and then I'm going to let you go back to your driver. Okay, okay,
Yeah, that's
okay.
right. Getting the balance
Yeah,
now.
right, right. Make sure you're nice and connected to the ground before you start. You have good balance right there. Do you feel like your feet are connected to the ground?
Mhm.
Good, good posture. Okay. All right.
So try hitting a ball now?
Yeah, let's hit a couple with your driver. Your alignment looks good. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. That looked a little bit better, actually. All right. Good follow through there. It's better. Okay. I'll have you take a look at your grip. All right. Okay. So in looking at you face on, I noticed that your grip seems to be a little bit weak. Okay. So what that means is when your club is positioned too much back in the palm of your hand, your left hand gets kind of turned in this direction. Okay. And sometimes you'll get up to the top of your swing, and the club will actually kind of come loose at the top. Okay.
So try to maybe.
Yep. So you're gonna get. I want you to try to get that club a little bit more in your fingers, and we're gonna wrap on top. And if you notice, your glove is kind of worn right here.
Oh,
That's usually a good sign that that club's kind of moving around in your palm too much. Okay. So we're gonna get a little bit more on top. There we go. Okay. This should help us straighten out the ball flight. Okay. So when the club's a little bit weak, you have a tendency to push the ball like you've been doing. Okay. So good. Set in there. Good. This hand's gonna. Right, your right hand actually looked okay. All right. How does that feel?
Oh, yeah, different, awkward.
Different?
Because I'm not used to probably that.
Right.
Yeah, okay.
So what we're looking for is when you look down, I want you to try to see two knuckles. Okay?
Okay.
If you look down and you don't see any knuckles, right?
That's what I think. I've
There
been
we
seeing.
go.
I've been seeing one knuckle, I think.
Okay.
Before.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, so, and your connection to the golf club is primarily in the last three fingers of your left hand.
Left hand.
Okay?
Okay.
This hand's going to be a lot looser, your right hand. Okay, that hand needs to stay nice and relaxed so that we can whip that club through there and use our hands, right, as a source of power to release, right? Now, if you have tension in your hands, if your right hand is tight, you'll be holding on and the club's actually going to be slowing down, right? We want to let that club turn over and go, right? Let it release. It's like a door opening and closing. So the door's going to open on the way back, and it's going to close on the way through. Good. Keep it nice and relaxed. Good. On a scale of 1 to 10, okay, 10 being the tightest pressure you could put on the club with your left hand, I want this to be about a 7. Okay.
Okay.
This
and then
hand's
this is
about
loose
a
now.
3.
3. Okay.
A lot softer. So more pressure here, less pressure here. Okay. So I don't want to see white. I don't want to see white knuckles.
Okay.
That's usually a sign of too much pressure.
Pressure. Okay. So let's see how this works.
All right. Good. Stick your bottom out just a touch. There you go. All right. Nice and athletic. Good. Grip's a lot better. All right. Now, it doesn't mean that we're going to hit it. Grip changes are hard.
Right.
So, but I think this is really going to
Yeah.
help us in terms of adding a little distance and hopefully straightening out that ball flight.
Oh, yeah.
There you go. Okay. So that ball actually
went
started
straight.
straight.
Yeah, because I know I always try to go and get it there, but I think it always moved it, so I had to
you
figure
have
it out.
You have smaller hands, so sometimes it's a little bit tricky. There you go.
Particular.
So that's it. So
Good.
we
This
all
is-
kind of have this like fatty part of our hand right here. So we want to get that club resting right,
There.
that fatty part
And I
resting
think-
right on top of
Yeah.
the club.
And I think by having these tight, now I know what direction it can go in. So.
Okay. There you go. All right, so good pressure here to keep the connection, right? And then soft. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I got to get used to that. Yeah, the hand grip, because it feels different, but yeah.
Better. Both, the last two shots started at your target, right? At the blue flag. Okay.
Oh, so
good.
So it's been going off target because it got loose.
The grip, yeah, your grip looked just a little bit weak. Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, your grip is a little bit weak, and so it just causes you to just not be able to square that club face. Okay. It's okay.
I think I-
you took your eye off of it a little bit.
Yeah, I think I took my head up.
Yeah, you kind of moved your head a little bit off of that one. Okay, that happens. You're thinking about a lot of things. Okay. Again, there. Thumb down. Cover that. Good. Relax.
Relax this
Your
way.
right side. There you go. Relax. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of
Came up.
came
Little
up.
bob. Right. Kind of came up, and then you fell down just a little bit. Lost your height. Right. Okay. There we go. Right there. You got it. And you've got kind of this green part of your glove right here, right? So that's a good thing to be looking at. That should be up at your right shoulder. Good. All right. Nice. Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
So we got a little bit more height on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, so we might have flew that one maybe 5 yards, maybe 110 yards, so about 5 yards further than we were before. We may not accomplish our goal of 27 yards, but I think in time, training with this club, which I'm gonna let you take this with you today. I'm gonna let you train with this for a while. If you can just maybe get it back to me in a couple of weeks, but use this intermittently. You know, if you could do it once, you know, just even in your backyard. You have someplace you could swing.
Yes, I
in your
do.
yard? So you could swing that at home. I think that just getting you comfortable with the heavier club and swinging all the way through, right? To increase club head speed, and then the grip change in itself, right, to help you square it up. That's going to help our direction problem, right? So we stop hitting it in the trees.
Right.
We start hitting it, just even if we hit it 105 yards, but it's in the fairway, that's going to be better than hitting it 105 and in the trees or in the rough, right? But we're going to add distance. It's just going to be, you know, unfortunately, it's going to take a little bit of time. But I think with some, you know, training, like I said, with the heavy club and with the better grip, you're going to start to see some results here. All right.
So I think I got that.
Very good.
Oh.
Get your finish.
Yeah.
You're finishing a little bit better now too. Okay, that ball I think flew about 115. So
Yeah.
good. Fantastic. All right. Good. So you seem to really be responding. Now let me make one comment about your thumb. Keep this thumb.
Oh, yeah, that's
There
right.
we go. Try to keep that thumb
Straight.
on the shaft, right? We
Yeah.
don't want it hiding out.
Oh, so they got
Okay.
loft.
Okay, yeah, a little out of balance. That's okay though. It's all right. So when you're training with the club, okay, and you're out on the range, I think 5 or 6 shots with the Momentous club,
Okay.
and then 5 or 6 with your club.
Club.
5 or 6 with the Momentous, 5 or 6 with, and then just bouncing back and forth, okay? Because some of your better swings were after
After that.
after you swung that, right? In
Right.
terms of may just appeared to have a little bit more speed coming through there, right? So that's how I'd like you to work on that piece of it. And then the grip, you're just going to have to keep, grip changes are tough. You're just going to have to keep looking down and making sure that you can see those two knuckles, because that is really going to help you in terms of correcting the slice, right? Leaving that club or leaving that ball out to the right.
Yeah, because it does feel a little bit awkward. So then it has to become a habit that it feels comfortable.
Right. It's going to put the club in a much more stable position at the top, because with that club back in your palm like that, I could tell when you were swinging that momentous that club was actually coming loose. You were kind of letting go and then regripping. So we don't want that club to come out of your hand. Good, but remember, light grip pressure in your right hand, okay? Real light. Okay, bad. That one feel?
It felt better.
Felt better?
Also, too, I think hear it,
Right.
too, which is...
Had a better sound? Okay, where's your thumb? There you go.
I have to
Good.
sometimes look back because I kind of wind up there.
Yeah, the thumbs just let them cross, but I don't think you want to hide it out on the back side of the grip.
There you go.
Oh, nice. There you go. Fell back just a little bit at the end. Okay, that one, I think we hit that one about 120.
Yeah.
Okay, so a little better. But you know what's encouraging is we really haven't hit any off to the right since we changed the grip, right?
Yeah, that's right. It's straight.
Yeah.
Because I was always wondering why, it goes kind of to the side. Now I understand.
Yeah, it would just be awfully difficult to do anything but that. So, all right, one more, and then we'll wrap it up. Okay. So you fell back just a little bit on that one, right? Did you notice that? Kind of hung back here just a little bit. Didn't quite get all the way through. Didn't get our stretch. Okay, let's try to end on a little bit. All right, so remember, the club's going to flow out and then around, right? We're going to be stretching to our target. That's going to help you. That's what that Momentous Club is so great for, helping you feel that acceleration and that extension, right? Because of the weight on the end of that club, it was pulling you through. So just imagine that feeling. Okay. It's okay. Hey, straight.
Straight.
Right? Very good. Do you have any questions at all?
Yeah, I know. I just need to practice.
Just need to practice, right? So we're clear on grip.
Grip.
All starts with the grip, right? That's your connection to the club face, right? Always going to start there. Make sure that grip is good. Make sure the right side is relaxed, right? Again, because that right side needs to stay relaxed so that the club will square and release, right? That's another source of power for us, right? And then training with that club so that we get full extension towards the target and we get, the turn all the way through. Exactly, right?
Yeah. And then I guess you're supposed to be like facing the target when you're finished.
Exactly. Yeah. If you face the target, there's a pretty good chance you'll hit a straight shot. If your swing stops here, short, and your belly's facing kind of where yours was a little bit, right, towards the that, and in combination with the poor grip, right, it was just making it awfully hard.
And I think
right? Even if you had a better grip and you stopped your swing here, you could probably get a little bit better result. But because you were not swinging all the way through and your grip was weak, so that's why we were pushing the ball out to the right. So, yeah, so just move that ball over here and straight. It's going to make it a lot more fun for you.
Yeah, then I don't have to go into the grass.
Right. So I will, like I said, I'll email you a summary of those couple things that we worked on. If you have any questions, just feel free to write back. And at any point, you know where my office is, so stop by and pick my brain and say hello.
Okay, well, thank you so much.
Thanks so much.